Hey everybody, welcome back to Richard's Toy Room. I got something kind of cool and kind of different here today. I'm not exactly sure how old this is, but if I had to make an educated guess, I would say 1950s. This is one of those color wheels that you used for one of those Christmas trees that were made out of like silver tinsel. And what you do is you would put this light down, and as it rotated, it changed colors with, as you can see here, the lenses, and it would reflect off of the tree and make some sort of red and green sparkly effect, which I would assume is pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, I do not have one of those Christmas trees to demonstrate this on. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do once I get to the end of this video. It's not like there's something that are easily obtainable, and I don't know anybody with one that I could even just borrow. I think this will just basically be a restoration, repair, whatever you want to call it, video and demonstration of just how the thing performs. But I won't have an actual Christmas tree to reflect the light off of. But anyway, besides that, as you can see, the brand name of it is called Renown. Don't know anything about that. It is does not have the bulb. I mean, it's a light bulb. There's nothing special about that. I'm going to use probably an LED light bulb anyway to keep the heat down. This also has the original price sticker on it of $4.97. That's kind of interesting. So anyway, I found this in my mom's basement. I think it was my stepdad's. And he just passed away last month. And you know, it was not being used. I just thought it was really cool. I've never had one. I've never seen one. It's the original box. And so I thought it would be really neat to have, because I'm all, you know, as you know, into vintage stuff. Whoa. Some lenses. It is complete. I mean, oh, there is a bulb in here. I didn't realize I'd put one in here. And it even has the original instructions still on there. And we'll get a little better view of those in a minute. But the box is complete with all the flaps. It's in pretty good shape, actually. I mean, considering it was in a basement. But we'll get that out of our way. As far as the instructions go, see if we can get you a good view of these without glaring out or something. Basically, it tells you how to put them together, how to assemble it, and how to adjust it. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You can use up to a 100-watt light bulb, it says. And I mean, there's really nothing to it. You can move it left and right and up and down, and pretty much on and off. So that's the instruction sheet. Now, as far as what you get green. I don't know if you can. I don't know if I can get a good. Well, maybe if I bring this light in. Bring it down a little bit. You get green. You get blue. I think this is orange. And red. Because these are definitely two different shades here. Well, these are dirty. Been in a basement for who knows how long. 40 years. This one does have a crack in it. And I believe the rest of them are perfect if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there's anything. So I will probably, not sure what kind of plastic this is. I'll try my bonding on it, and if that don't work, I'll super glue it, and it'll be perfect then. I mean, it'll be usable. Now, as far as the unit itself goes, it obviously needs to be cleaned too. I didn't see any cracks on this. I did look at it before. It's still got the original cord, which is in good shape. It's gold. It's got the original UL sticker on the back here. It looks like maybe you could hang it on a wall or something. It's got a little nail hanger there. And this is the adjuster down here. You move this and then you can pivot it like up towards the tree, or maybe if you had it on a wall or something, and back down that way. And I believe it moves side to side as well. Yeah, see, it goes like, rotates. So it's all from that one wing nut. It's got a reflector in the back there. That needs to be cleaned. Obviously, this thing just really needs a really good clean. And this is the nut that holds all these pieces in when you put it all together here. And then here's the motor back here. The switch is on the top. It's a turn switch. And the light bulb just, basically it's a light switch. So let's see, let's put the light bulb in here. I don't remember if I tried this or not. I don't know if, I don't think the motor worked, but I think the light bulb worked. So let's plug this in here. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, the light itself works, but the motor. Oh, wait a minute. Sounds like it wants to move. I can feel something vibrating in there. You know, I might be able to get away with just shooting some deoxit in here and some oil, because it seems like it wants to go. Well, I think we'll try that first. Let's take this off so we can actually help it to move. Hope it don't blow a fuse or something. Well, it was buzzing before, now it's not doing anything. Let's try a little oil. Really don't want to have to take this apart because it's riveted together, I think. As far as I can tell. And I'm not sure what the deal is here. I thought it was gonna fire right up here. You can hear it humming a little bit, but all right, I think we're just gonna let it sit overnight and try it again tomorrow, maybe. Okay, so update. I let it sit overnight. I've tested, I've tried it, I've wrapped on it. I tried spraying some more contact cleaner in there, and I can't get this thing to come to life. I can hear it. If I put my ear up to the little motor, I can hear it, getting power. It just doesn't want to move. So I'm hoping if I drill these rivets out that there's access from the back, but I'm kind of thinking it probably is not going to have any access there because the wires go in the top here, and this cap looks like it comes off the motor's under here, but unfortunately the this is like pot metal here, and this is kind of crimped down around this, so I don't know if I can get this off without breaking this. That's the problem. Anyway, so I'm going to drill this out now and see if there's any access from the bottom of this thing. Worst case scenario is I have to just rivet it back on, but it might make it a little easier to work on. I may end up taking this socket off and just disconnecting the wires for this so I can work on it without having to mess with all this other attached stuff on here. So that's where we are right now. Okay, so we've had some success. So what happened was when I drilled the rivets out of the bracket, this was on the back, and I took a screwdriver and I kind of made these little pins that hold this on. I flattened them out a little bit, and then I tapped on the shaft that was coming out, if you remember, coming out the other side, that was up here, that everything attaches to. I kind of gave that a tap, and that was able to pop this off. And then when I got that out, there was 3 gears in there, which are sitting over here, a little out of camera range almost. And then here is the gear for the motor in here. So I turned it on, and I was turning it, and it still wouldn't turn. So I sprayed some more deoxit in there and turned it off. And I turned it and 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 turned it to kind of work it in there. Turned the switch back on, and it started spinning. And it's quiet too. And so then I just sprayed a little bit more deoxit in there, ran it, and then I put a little bit more of this turbine oil in there. And here we go. I don't know if you can see it moving there or not, but it is definitely actuating. So now it's just a matter of putting it all back together. Then I got to clean this all up, and I'm going to shine it up with the scratch remover, or not scratch remover, but I've got this, I'll show you. I've got this stuff here. It's Meguiar's Scratch X. I use this on plastic a lot. It works really nice. It shines it, and then it cleans it, and it gives it a nice sheen to it. So that's what I'll do to finish it off. I'll probably do it on the lenses too. And so that's about it. So it's running right now, and so the next step will be, like I said, putting it back together and making sure it still works, and then I'll clean it up. Okay, so quick update before the final reveal. I cleaned this with a sponge and hot water and Dawn dish detergent, and I don't think it needs the scratch polish because everything looks really good. So I'm not going to bother doing that because that could actually maybe do more harm than good. I mean, probably wouldn't, but I think it looks perfectly fine the way it is. It shined it right up, and it looks good. And now I've super glued this. I taped it to hopefully hold together. The bonding cement didn't work on this type of plastic, so This says it should reach full strength in 2 hours, so I guess we'll let it sit for at least that and pull the tape off and hope that it holds, and then it's just a matter of popping the disc on and a wing nut and we're done. Alright, I let it sit for a few hours and I just took the tape off. The super glue did not hold. I think I have bad super glue, so I'm going to try either another super glue that I have here, because the super glue that I used is kind of old and it seems like it hasn't really been working well the last few times I tried to use it. I don't know if it goes bad. I guess it does. Anyway, it's just a crack, so it's good enough to show the final product here. Now, like I said, I do not have the proper Christmas tree to show the full effect of what this thing's supposed to do. I actually did look up on eBay just for giggles, just to see if anybody was selling any of those vintage trees, and I also looked on like Craigslist and some other places like that on online. Good God, those things are expensive. I saw them as high as $800. These things aren't cheap either. I mean, most of these average about $100 and up. They want just for the light, and the trees were like $150 and up. That's nuts. I was thinking maybe it'd be like 20 bucks tops or something, but maybe I'm just unrealistic. But anyway, let's plug it in and see what happens. Turn these lights off. So that's what it does. Now I'm going to turn all the lights off in this room, turn the camera around, and I've got a movie screen over here. I'm going to project it on just to kind of see what it'll do. Yeah, it's kind of neat. I imagine that would look pretty neat coming off of a tinsel tree. It would all glimmer and change colors and stuff. Well, if I ever get my hands on one of those tinsel trees, I will redo this video with the full effect at the end. But basically that's what you got for now. You've got this vintage 1950s, I'm guessing, roto wheel. Another interesting effect is it doesn't have the polarized plug, so if you turn it around and plug it in the other way, it'll run the opposite direction. I don't know if that really makes any difference, but just thought it was an interesting tidbit. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope you will join me for more videos. More are coming soon.